What's going on, guys? We're here by Torque Custom Cycles here in Hackensack, New Jersey, and I'll tell you a little story what happened over the weekend. So one of my friends, Mike, he has a 21 Road Glide, and basically he gave me a call. I took a ride with him actually in the morning, and then he was supposed to move his 21 Road Glide over to another garage so he could store it for the winter. So he stopped at a gas station and shut the bike down and then refueled the bike. And when he went to go start it back up, he heard the starter engage, but then there was a really strange sound. And then at that point, he stopped trying to start it. He waited a little bit, tried to start it again. And then he said there was it sounded like the starter was engaging, but it wasn't actually doing anything. So he gave me a call. Good, I was actually at home. I got my jumper box. I got a couple tools with me because I actually thought that maybe the starter solenoid wasn't engaging the starter into the gear. So as I went over there, I hit the starter button and you could hear the starter moving, but it wasn't doing anything. So I tapped on the starter, tapped on the solenoid, and still didn't do anything. So at that point, I actually put the bike in gear, into second gear, and we pushed the bike back where it was like a little decline there so we could get some momentum on the bike. Mike pushed the bike, I was on the bike, and then I dumped the clutch, hoping to jumpstart the bike. And as I released the clutch, it wasn't moving the engine. The engine wasn't rotating. So then I kind of knew it was something. I thought maybe the primary chain broke or the compensator. I knew something bad actually happened to the bike. So the reason why I'm putting this video out is because I want to show you guys the part that actually exploded, and I definitely recommend for you guys to actually change this part on your Harley. I've always changed it, and let me bring you in the back over to the bike, and Mike's gonna explain and show you guys what exactly happened to the part. We got Mike over here, our master tech. So what happened, bud?
Here it is. That's what happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the comp exploded.
That's exactly it. It's in many pieces here.
Wow. So do you see a lot of these go?
It is definitely more common nowadays than it was years ago. Yeah. To be specific, it's not extremely common, but it's well noted.
But it happens.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So what are you going to do to this bike to kind of rectify this situation?
As far as I know, the customer already requested an S&S hardened compensator ramp.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, it's just going to be a stock reassembly, but with a hardened ramp instead of a stock one.
Do you have it?
I do.
You do? Can you show us? What's the difference between, this is not a cast piece, is it?
They are cast, yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, you can see it all on this
cast
on this edge
mark.
of everything. It's
Gotcha.
all cast. There is the difference.
Now, is this cast or forged?
This is forged.
Forged. Makes sense. Nice. So that's basically, this is the only part you have to change. Is there anything else that you recommend changing that typically goes when that goes?
Unless there's anything else that's physically damaged.
Right.
Otherwise, no, I wouldn't see any other reason to replace something.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Wow,
see that
a lot
there's
of pieces,
yeah,
right? Pieces everywhere.
It's all in there. Oh, it's all under here too.
Oh yeah, a lot of metal. Now, I asked you this before, but I want you to tell everybody, if, just say you're riding and that shatters, can it potentially like lock up the back wheel or something?
If it comes to you unexpectedly, I would imagine that it's possible for somebody to wind up in a bad situation.
Like if the piece like comes in between the chain and the gear, right?
Yeah.
That's bad.
That is, that's no good.
That's no good. Yeah, so anyway, if you guys are interested to replace your comp, give Torque Custom Cycles a call, 201 880-6440. And this bike I believe is stock. I think so. The only thing he has on is an exhaust. If there's more power to the bike, stage 2 or bigger motor, would you highly recommend changing that?
I do recommend changing it overall, just because.
Regardless.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's not something that I say that you should get your bike brand new and then dive right into the compensator. But if you have excessive riding habits,
right.
You like to tour a lot, you like to load up your bike a lot, or
right.
you like to ride heavy and fast.
Right.
Yes, I would definitely say your compensator should be the thing to upgrade.
Yeah, and like I told everybody, this happened. He only started the bike at a gas station. He wasn't even riding.
And he isn't an excessive rider either.
He doesn't ride super hard. He wasn't actually riding. It was just basically a starting procedure, and it shattered. So, all right, cool. Thanks for the info, buddy.
No problem.
Appreciate it. So this is really important, what Mike just mentioned to me, and I want to tell you guys, this is probably the most important part of that broken compensator.
So when you have something that shatters or falls apart in this manner, and you got multiple pieces in there, just about everything except for the obvious aluminum is magnetic, and you want to be able to go in there in the magnetic area,
right,
and get as much, all of the debris. There is no as much as you can get out,
right,
because that can also cause things to lock up, make another issue or whatever.
It makes sense. I didn't think about it because you showed me the broken compensator in pieces, but there was metal everywhere.
Yeah.
So this is a big magnet. As the fluid was rotating and spilling up there, it's pulling those pieces, almost like the drain plug is, but it's pulling the pieces into the component.
Yep.
So then Mike was showing me, he tried to actually turn the motor and it wasn't moving. I don't know if you guys could see it. There's actually a piece of compensator that's wedged. What is this called, Mike?
This is the stator rotor that sits in front of the stator itself.
Right. So there's actually a piece wedged up against the inner primary, right? Am I saying that correct? Inner primary and the stator rotor. So that's why now, you got to basically take all that apart and make sure that there's no material in there.
None.
Whereas, a lot of times, I'm sure people just replace the compensator and clean out this whole area, but there might be pieces in there.
Correct.
And that's what we got going now. So Mike's going to take all this apart, and then we'll show you if we find any metal inside that magnet. Thanks, buddy.
No problem.
All right, so Mike just took off the inner primary, and check this out. Show us, buddy. Oh yeah, you can see the shavings already in there. The shavings.
Shavings, brother. Thank goodness there's not a whole lot in there other than junk.
Wow, but look at that.
Yep.
Jeez. See, that's what happens. So you could have a lot more damage than just a compensator shattering. And then you got pieces right here that were rubbing against that stator, and on the bottom of the inner primary just grinded out the metal right there. Yeah. So that's why, guys, if you shatter one of these compensators, make sure you take everything off, just like Mike just did, and make sure then you clean it out. Don't think just because you got a couple pieces in your hand of the compensator that you have everything. Like Mike said, this is a magnet, pieces stick to it, and then they just grind up against the inner primary just like that. So the bottom line, after seeing this, if you guys ever have a compensator that exploded, make sure you take everything apart. Take off the entire clutch assembly, take off the chain, take off your primary. Make sure you take off the rotor and the stator. Make sure you have no pieces in between or magnetized to it, and then clean everything out. Otherwise, like Mike just showed you guys, there is quite a bit of damage. Inner primary is over $400. So that's what I would definitely do. And like I said, I never came into this issue because pretty much on every bike I had, I always changed the compensator to, I believe it was the Dark Horse compensator. Other times I did use a hardened compensator, but no matter what, I've always replaced them. Thank God, because like I said, otherwise this could happen to you. And like I was telling you in the beginning of the video, Mike pulled up to a gas station. He wasn't riding the bike, pulled up to a gas station, shut the bike off, refueled the bike, and then when he started the bike, that's when it happened. He didn't even move the bike. So just from starting the bike and then the compensator exploding, all of the pieces got in between the rotor and the stator, creating all of that damage. So I hope this video helps. The hardened compensator isn't expensive, and if you guys haven't done it, I would definitely do that. So hope the information helped, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.